guys, it's Nikki here bringing you a new art video, and it is a original character this time, my character Leo from my Zodiac series. And in this video I am using two mediums, one that is marker and one that is color pencil. I've been wanting to do this kind of video for the longest time. I just haven't had the time for it due to school, but now that I'm almost done with school, I've had the time to do this, and here's the progress. So one of the things I want to do with this video, especially with this piece, in my school there is a light box in the art class that I'm in. I never personally owned a light box. I know you can make one because light boxes are crazy expensive. I've been wanting to use this, so I brought one of my Bristol pads, the smaller ones, and I used this sketch from my sketchbook and just traced the paper over it with the Bristol paper. So that's why I have both copies of Leo from the sketchbook. And I did it for this reason, because I wanted to do markers and color pencil. Also, I like using markers and color pencil on the Bristol paper. It's much more smooth, and it brings a better progress than it does on regular paper. In terms of how long I took for both of these pieces, the color pencil I took much longer, and the marker I took much less time. But overall, the total time for this is less than an hour and 30 minutes, give or take. I like both of these designs. The whole process of both pieces I like for different reasons. And as you can see with the markers, they blend much more easily, and I like how the skin and hair came out better than when I did the jacket, which you'll see eventually as I progress on. Obviously with the color pencil it takes much longer because I had to try to copy as close as I could to the marker piece with the color pencil, so I had to use a lot more layering and a lot more colors to try to get it as close as possible, but it was a lot more difficult than I anticipated. Go figure. For those of you Leo signs, this is your character Leo. He's the only one of the Zodiacs with the name from the Zodiacs. I thought it was fitting, because Leo is actually a given name. And he's based off of a lot of characters that I love, particularly Wolverine. He's one of the characters from my series that closely resembles their Zodiac sign, given features and personality. Like I said, the jacket was a little bit more difficult to do, even with the markers, even in general. I think it was the hardest one to do of both pieces, only because I didn't really know what to do with the color. I had a feeling I was going to do it in a denim style, but it was a lot more hard to take with the markers, as you can see, because it's much more smooth. But I still like it nonetheless. The markers make the whole piece come together. It makes it look more anime-like, I guess you can say. It is an illustration, mind you, but it still fits that anime theme very well because of how smooth. It looks like, the best way I can put it, it kind of looks more like how it would be in a visual novel, I guess is how I can say it, given traditional style. If it was digital, that's a different story. They could make it much more better and much more akin to the visual novel series, but it comes close with the traditional style. As for the final touches for the markers, I did this also with the color pencil as well. I used a white gel pen for the highlights, just for adding that slight effect to it for the shine. And now on to the longer process, which is the color pencil. Using a palette I have already recorded from my previous Zodiac picture, from my previous Zodiac picture about a year ago, I think. I'll leave a link down in the description below, and I'll even leave a video in the end of this video to show you all what I mean if you haven't seen it already. It was basically a Zodiac Christmas New Year kind of theme, and I drew all the characters from my series. Some of them I had drawn previously before, and some of them I just had to draw out of the blue because I had to. I wanted to do a whole piece with all of them together, and I had already an idea of some of the characters I had never drawn before, so it was a lot more easier than I thought it would be, so I was very happy about it. I'm very happy with that piece. I'm in love with it. It's one of my favorite pieces I've done in a long time. Using that palette, I had to, like I said, I had to try to match as I could to the marker piece, and it was a lot harder because with the markers you can layer, with my markers, I use ShinHan Touch Twin markers. You can layer over and over with the same marker, whereas with color pencil you can as well, but you need to get, if you want to get that pigment, a darker pigment as well, you need to get more color and more layers over it. It was a lot harder, as you can see. I used like 4 or 5 different color pencils for each of the palette, for skin, for the hair, and for the jacket as well. The jacket was the one that's used the most, which was I think 6 color pencils. Now to give a little bit of trivia of the Leo Zodiac itself and how it corresponds to my character himself. The Leo is a fire sign, its ruler is Sun, and its colors are gold, yellow, and orange. It is fixed in quality, and the greatest overall compatibility is Aquarius and Gemini. Lucky numbers are 1, 3, 10, 19. Date ranges from July 23rd to August 22nd. The strengths and other personality traits are creative, passionate, generous, warm-hearted, cheerful, and humorous, while their weaknesses lie in arrogance, stubbornness, self-centered, lazy, and inflexible. Some of the things I do agree in terms of how these correspond with my character. For example, of the characters, he is the most... the way to sum him up, he's kind of an asshole. I'm sorry, he kind of is. But he's cocky, he loves to fight, he's into the whole passion of fighting. That's the best way I can put it. He's in a relationship with the Libra, who is sisters with the Scorpio. And the Scorpio and Leo used to work together in the past. Scorpio ended up falling in love with Leo because of everyone. He's never felt the same way about her in terms of sex, like walking sex, or ever liked her. So she likes him for that, but unfortunately, he's in love with her sister. So there's like this whole love triangle scheme of it all in the story, which I'm really in love with because it actually is painful, but at the same time, it teaches a couple of lessons from the trio individually as well. But back to the trivia, yes, he is stubborn, he's arrogant about his own passion and his own ability. He's one of the fastest characters in the series, but how do I say it? He may be cocky and he may be full of himself, but he is very, very loyal. And I'm not speaking in terms of just his girlfriend. He's compassionate to family, he's very dedicated to protecting the ones he loves, including friends. I love him as a character. My brother thinks otherwise. He doesn't like him, but that's a whole different story. I finished the first book of the Zodiac series, but I don't know if you guys want me to do maybe chapters of telling you guys of it, because I do plan on making a webcomic series out of it. Hopefully that'll get started once I'm out of school, but yes. There are a couple more things about Leo, but I'll probably do a whole video dedicated to these characters without revealing too much of the story itself. I'll just give like little facts about the characters. What do you guys think? You let me know if you want that. I might end up doing it because I'll have enough time to do these kinds of things, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, of all the characters, he's one of my favorites to write about and draw. He's just handsome. I love drawing handsome men. Like with the markers give more of a visual novel scheme. The color pencils to me look more illustrative. And personally, I do like how the jacket looks with the color pencils because it does make it look more of the denim jacket. It has that grainy feel from, when you get with the color pencils. And the hardest part of the whole piece actually was the background. I don't have a good blender when it comes to color pencils, and I'm still learning a little bit, but that's the whole thing, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Which piece do you like better? Which medium do you guys like to work with? In your opinion, let me know in the comments down below. I've already posted these pictures on my Instagram. Please follow me there if you haven't. I post a lot of art content there. If you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel for more gaming content, art videos, Disney content, and more to come on my channel. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!